Hello, Shaky here, and welcome back to Plan B Terraform. We are about to reach the 100,000 population mark, so that should unlock a whole bunch of stuff for us. Let's go ahead and let it run. There we go. Earth wants us to give them some resources. Alright, so that unlocked a whole bunch of stuff here. We have field seeds, harvest, quality food, farm, grain silo, and food processing plants. Alright, our little production area is right up here, where we're making our miscellaneous parts that we need. We can just put down some assembly plants here for the stuff we need. That will be, where is the new stuff? Okay, food processing plant, right there, grain silo, and we need a third one for the farms. Nice, we'll get those produced. Let's go check on our cities, see if they're growing. We'll start with city number 1 down here. This is right here, it's not growing, so let's just check it and see. This is the nano composite. Looks like we're showing high-tech parts, but let's just go on each one. So every coin 470, so let's make sure we're doing at least 500 of each. So that's only at 453, so let's up this to 500. Nice. This is the waste. This is going to be at 703, so let's make this go up to 800. Nice there. This is going to be, this is waste, so it needs to be up at 800. So I'm just going to go around each train station, make sure they're capable of doing 800 waste and 500 supply. So Nugget here should start growing again once it gets all that stuff delivered. Is currently at 58,000 people. All right, next up we're just going to go through each one of the farms and make sure that, or each one of the production lines and make sure that they can handle either 800 waste or 500 products. So this is organic waste here. These can do 150, so we're only doing 600 here, so we need 2 more of these. And then it looks like we need to get some more nitrogen in here. So that's just being taken from up here, I think. So this is out of nitrogen, so we're going to have to increase our boat. So is there nitrogen up here? So nitrogen here, so we need to get more trains on this line. Go up to 300 on this. Nice, now we got to make sure we get the nitrogen up here. That's coming across the sea by boat. Grab this, make sure this is at 300. So I'm just going to go through each farm here and make sure it's producing appropriate amounts. While those cities are doing their thing, we're going to experiment with some farms. We're going to come down to this area over here, I think. It's kind of in the middle between all our cities, and put some farms down here. So I think the first we need is some depots to collect the seeds. So we'll do various seeds here. Good there, and then we'll turn those into, I think we'll change them into field seeds, which is going to be the food processing plant, I believe. It makes field seeds. This will need to go to a silo and a farm, so let's just put a farm down here. Start one right here, I think. Then we need a silo for this. Grab that, make that be field seeds. That should do it, I think. We need to get some seeds being delivered here, so let's grab a train. Take that over to my city, where these seeds are being produced. These are right here. So looking at our food area, it's just not keeping up. It's too hard to make 1,000 food for 2 cities in the one area. Like the depots can't keep up. There's just too much stuff going on. I'm pausing here, but it's just a mess. Look at, we can't keep the compost in stock because they're just using it too fast. So we're going to separate this out into one area for each city instead of having it for a central food point. We're going to go back over to city number 2. We're just going to start an area over here making food. So I got some depots here. I just pull the track down here and we'll just start making some food down here. So that'll be a couple greenhouses in. Let's see, we need enough to make like 500-600 food per city. So let's go for 600. So that's 120. So we'll need 5 of these. That would be 600. So now we got to do seeds, compost, and water. Something like that should work out. I think then we'll just put water down here on the edge. Fill it in down here. And then we'll put like the seeds coming in from the train stop over here. And we got to get some compost going. So compost, that'll be made in a factory, I believe, right? Making compost. That needs carbon and nitrogen. So we'll grab carbon. So that is the compost being made. Just gotta put some carbon down here. And then we just gotta deliver some nitrogen. We're gonna have to deliver nitrogen from up top here. It's coming in way up here. Alright, and one of these food things needs 6 water each, so that needs 6 water facilities per food processor. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 6 rows of these because these are 6 deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 2 more rows of them. 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's going to process a whole bunch of water, so he's going to copy these things everywhere. I get some seeds in here, but we're going to wait till the carbon and nitrogen arrive. Comes the nitrogen. And we can actually just recycle the compost over here too, because right now we're sending it all the way over to the farm. Right now we can just change it to over here now. So let's grab this one here and change the destination to right here. Nice, that's going to be a huge amount now because it's such a short path. Okay, so city number 1 here has reached 100,000. Now they want quality food instead of the regular food. So let's head down to the farm and see what we can do to figure that out. We started that earlier and didn't really finish it. That's down here. So right now we have one farm. It looks like it's growing some food. And these things, I guess, store the harvest and the seeds right now. So like we have, and it's hard to see with the dotted green line here, but these are actually connected. So it looks like everything is connected via this network. So let's see if we can put more farms in and see if we can figure out like how much this is making. This shows like it's producing 14 harvests. Last year's production, yeah, 14.4. So we'll see if that number goes up as it averages out over the years. Let's put down some farms again. That's these guys. You can kind of see they're connected. It looks like that's kind of like a puzzle. We'll put those two in. Let's just unpause it here and see. It's just slowly planting the fields. Okay, so it looks like the stats might just be overall. So like that it's combined for all of them. So like this says 14 too. So I'm assuming that's the production of all 3 farms here. We'll kind of have to keep it on it and see. But let's put some extra farms in. It's kind of hard to line them up. I kind of got an awkward setup going here. So that's a whole bunch of farms. We'll come back and check on it and see how it's doing. Let's get these up to the city here. So that's city number 1 over here. We're going to do, I believe it just requires a food processing plant and some food. So we're going to just grab, I think, a depot over here. We're taking food here. And we'll do another depot for, I think we'll bring the harvest in over here. Harvest, and then we'll just do like we're going to need a whole bunch of these things. Like they process quality food here. They process 1 food and 1 harvest so we get 30 a year, and we're feeding our city's currently requiring 600, so that would be 20 of these. That's quite a few. Depots to collect the harvest, or is quality food now? I wonder if we should do, because we're going to need a whole bunch of these. This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I wonder if we should do a second row of these. If that depot will be able to keep up with all that though. Okay, this is what I ended up with. I have 27 of these machines. That's enough to serve about 800 quality food. That is going to send it to the city. The city's only requesting 600 right now, so I just left a little bit of room for growth there. You can see here it's requiring 608, but that means we need to send up 600 harvest. So let's go ahead and go check out the harvest and see what's going down there. So I think I had it paused most of the time, so it's not really keeping up yet. Let's just go ahead and set up a train here. Train that'll take the harvest from here. Oh, that's quite a distance. It's going to come over to here. Yeah, I guess we'll just do it right there. That is harvest. That's going to require a whole bunch of drains. Hold down left shift to add 10 at a time. That is 11, 20. We're only at 453. We need to get up to 800. So that is 880. There you go. 37 trains. That's a lot of trains. That's got to be a huge lineup down there. Yes, we have 37 trains waiting in line now. You can see they're all empty. I don't know how fast this is going to fill. It doesn't look like very fast. So we got to figure out how to transfer the harvest faster, or are we empty already? Looks like we're empty. Okay, so if we click on a farm plot here, it says that they produce twice a year. April through September, and then October through March. So in September and March we'll get a harvest. It's October now, November now, so we did have a harvest. We got a little bit of material here, 30. So they're loading the trains now. We'll have to keep an eye on it and see, like the numbers haven't updated yet, so this still says we had 14 production a year, which doesn't seem right. But so let's just put down a whole bunch of farms. So I think we're just going to fill this area down here with farms. Like it tells you, like if you go too far north here, it says it's too cold, the fertility starts going down. Okay, and back over to city number 2. It is growing right now. We are at currently 93,000, almost 94,000. So that should hit 100,000 pretty soon here. So we'll probably start making another facility over here for making quality food over here as well. Will be similar to what we did before, and we'll just get this going because that way we can see it's climbing here. We should hit 200,000 pretty soon, which is actually our next goal. So that's pretty awesome. All right, we should be 200,000. Level 21 is complete. More plant species have been adapted to our planet atmosphere, so now we can plant other trees and cactuses, which will give us some new biomes here. So cactuses, tropical forest, and palm trees. Pretty nice. Oh, looks like we got more levels here. This is the superconductor. This is probably the next city we'll have to do here. Robotics, wow. Energy Research Center, that's going to be the third city we're going to do next episode. And the defense shield. Looks like Earth's going to attack us probably. Okay, both cities are at 100,000 now, giving us a 200,000 total population. I think it makes sense to go ahead and start the third city and bring that up to 100,000. That'll actually meet this goal here, and that way all 3 cities will be at the same level, so it should be easier if they're all at the same stage to continue to get them to grow. And in the meantime, we'll also work on, building this farm out a little bit more. I'll just keep expanding it until it's, I don't know, we'll just keep expanding and see how much we need. The numbers have not updated on it yet, so I don't know how much it's producing at all. But I'm going to build the second city, or the third city I should say, but it's called Popcorn. It is down here. We have a little ore patch here we can work off here. And I'm going to go through this really quickly because we've done it twice before. And we'll basically set up the entire city so that we know in order to get up to 100,000, we're going to need about 600 to 700 supply of each item. So when I build this stuff, I will build it for that number. So that way we can just easily, rapidly expand it up to 100,000. Okay, so this is city number 3 down here. We have the 3 ore patches. We have aluminum, sulfur, and iron over here. So we can probably use those to get it started. We'll do the usual, just throw a supply center on it and get it going. Alright, here's our city. We got a couple trains going now. That goes all the way down to this concrete patch down here. That should get us going for concrete. Next up, we don't need to do oxygen because we have 100% oxygen now. This is all maxed out. So we're good on oxygen. The city is going to be provided with oxygen just from the air. Alright, our city's growing now. We have concrete going. I am going to work over here and just start building our recycling centers and stuff because we know we're going to need them. So we might as well get them up and running. I'm just going to put them over here, I think. So we'll work on getting those built while we're waiting for us to grow. Alright, so I just built a little support network for my city here. We have started at the top here. We have high-tech parts coming in here. I have reinforced concrete being made here. These are just my drop-off depots. This is from the outside world, these orange ones. This is from the recycling plant, so it prioritizes these first. Same for steel, aluminum, and polymer bars. Polymer bars are being made down here, and I just have 2 recycling centers, one making metal waste here, and one making plastic waste here, same as we did for the other cities. So it should hold it for a while. Our population over here is a whopping, I think, 3 people. But that's because I've had it on pause this whole time while I've been building. Yeah, 3 people, so it needs 10 concrete to go, so let's just let it loose here. We should be fine. So while that is processing, let's go check our farms out. Well, I've had it in pause this whole time, so I'm sure it's just still not even planted yet. Well, it looks like they're all grown, so we could probably plant some more farms in here. Must be harvest time. We got 40 in harvest right now, but we're loading trains as fast as we pull it off the farm, so one there, one there, one there, one there. Can we fit one up here? Nice, fits just in there. I will let those go and we'll just keep planting. I'm going to fill up into here too until we hit the negative fertility here. Too cold up here, so we can fill in this whole area in here. So looking at these farms here, I thought when you clicked on the farm here, it told you the stats for the whole network. But my guess is it's just for that farm, I'm guessing. So it's 14 production per year. Or is that per harvest? I'm not really sure. I have to assume it's per year. says per year. Okay, so 14 per year. So this is 50 farms right here, so that would be 700 production per year, which is barely enough to feed one city. So I would need 3 of these setups to feed each city. So I think I'm going to have to do multiple locations of this. Okay, we've hit population 20 in popcorn here, and we have now the required oxygen. However, there's enough oxygen in the atmosphere right now that we don't need to produce anymore. They're just grading it right from the atmosphere, so that's nice. We don't have to produce any. We can just keep going with the concrete. So they're requesting 11 concrete per year. This train can do up to 60, so we should be good for a while until we hit reinforced concrete. And then all I got to do is switch the concrete over to here. And we've got reinforced concrete set up right here. Alright, so I was thinking about putting a farm by each city, but then I realized, the seeds still have to come from city 2. It's only city that can manufacture seeds, so we're still going to have to haul seeds all over the planet. So I think right here makes sense. So let's just see if we can grow enough food here for the entire 3 cities, which is a lot of food. That'd be over 200 farms. But what we could do is, like this is all plantable up here, I think, up to a certain point, temperature-wise. Grab our farm up here. So once it gets up here, it's fine, but once we get a little bit up further, it's too cold up here. What we could try to do is use our dynamite and level these mountains and make this all plantable. And that way we could put all our food right here, and we could probably transport it by container ship down to here, which would be close to the city. I don't know if we can dredge and make a river up to here and deliver it by boat up here. If not, we could deliver it by train. But I think that's what we're going to try to do. Let's try to bring out our dynamite and see if we can start leveling this. Let's just try it right here for now. Let's grab our dynamite. I have this set to flatten, and I have it set to draw a line, so we can draw a straight line and just see if it'll flatten it. I can't tell, there's 2 numbers there, 314 and 364. I guess, so is that what it takes it to? That only requires 4 dynamite, but if we go in here, it requires 5 dynamite. There it goes way up high. So I guess maybe we have to find 2 areas like that, so that would work. So we drag it across there, so that way it finds 2 areas, and it should level this whole mountain. It's going to require 26 dynamite for that. Yeah, so that works. So I guess we just got to find a starting and ending point that we're happy with. Like here, we can click here, and that should level that whole mountain. Yeah, nice. So that's what you got to do. You got to find the 2 points you want to connect, and it'll try to basically take the land slope from whatever it is to your starting point to your ending point. So you can't end in the mountains, but you could go through the mountains. I don't know what happens if we go over water, but we're going to try to leave those rivers there. So I'm just going to work on leveling these mountains here. Like even this should be growable in here, right? So we can click here. Click here, it's going to use, you can see in the bottom right corner, it's going to use 39 dynamite. And then it left some mountains there, but we can go through the center here. There you go, nice. Like how that works. While I was messing around with blowing up mountains, our city changed over here and it needs reinforced concrete now. So we can just take this train stop here, this is bringing concrete to the city. We can change this destination to over here, which is just set up to make reinforced concrete already. We'll probably up the trains a little bit on this one, make it up to, I don't know, we'll go up to 175, I guess that's fine. And what we'll do is we'll just grab these things and drag them over, because we don't need them. Grab a train stop from here. We'll take it over to the city here. And let's put in some depots. Well, this is going to be temporary because eventually the city will stop requesting reinforced concrete. So we won't need it forever. Our population is currently 52. I should turn green here relatively shortly. There it goes there. So we'll keep it growing. Eventually it's going to switch over to high-tech parts and nano parts, which will be, I'll start working on next, building a facility for those over here, but it's going to be the same as the other cities. Okay, population of 100 now. It's requesting high-tech parts. We can easily supply those. Grab a supply center here. Stick it up as high as we can. Let's grab some depots. We're going to go ahead and put 4 of them in just to future-proof it. And we'll actually grab some extra supply centers too, just to future-proof that as well. I think 3 should be good. That in there, and then we got to just grab a train stop. And these are being produced up here, so we can just grab these here and take them over to the city. That brings them in at 116, which should be fine for now. And the city should be good again. Next up, I think will be metal waste to start coming up next. I don't remember what the numbers are, what the population is there. It is green now. I'm guessing at 500 people maybe, I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's try to level out some more of these mountains here. Let's just see if we take out this swatch here. Right there should be good. I think we're out of dynamite, yeah. We're going to have to wait till we get more dynamite. In the meantime, we can keep planting farms down here. We got some area down here. Check out the map. It doesn't look like it's going to flood. So, all right, population of 300 here. We need metal waste disposal now. So let's grab the waste disposal centers here. Put in 1, 2, 3. I think 4 of them should be good. Put in 5 depots. Should unload the train, load and unload the train almost instantly. Metal waste. And then we just got to take a train over to the recycling center. Our city has hit 1,000 people, and now we have plastic waste coming out. We'll put that over here. I think they'll have to stick it right here because it's the only spot we can attach the city and still hit the tracks I've got already. 5 of those. And they'll get attached once the city grows. Put in some depots for this. That's going to be plastic waste. I should be good to go. Now we can take a quick look at the farm I've got going. Farm is over here by City 2. I've just been planting it around. I filled this island up here. I've run out of dynamite, so I've upped my dynamite production, so hopefully we can get this mountain out of the way here. Okay, we've hit 3,000 population, which means we need to supply food now. Food is just similar down here, so I made carbon up here. This is going to be carbon and nitrogen, so we need to get nitrogen in here. That is going to be from down South Pole in the ice. I built a little area down here, so we can just grab this. There'll be nitrogen there. Reverse that track there, and then we'll make it like, let's do 200 for now. I don't know if that's enough. Calculate it out in a minute. So that's nitrogen up to there, and then that'll make nitrogen and carbon into compost here. Compost will be sent down to here. These are set up as backup because we're going to recycle organic waste from the city once it comes available. It'll come down to our water here, and we need to get seeds over here. Seeds, again, are only from City 2. That's the only spot they can be produced. So let's zoom out here. I think we're going to just send a boat. We already have a train track here, so we can probably put a dock right here. And we'll see how far we can get the boat up this river to get to this city over here. Because we're going to need seeds over here coming on a regular basis. So I think we'll just grab, there's a track here. Come off that looks good. And we'll just come out into the water here. Do a nice little turnaround. And we'll put some docks in here. That's going to be for seeds first. We'll probably leave enough room to put in you can check out my farm area right here. It's just gotten quite large. I still got to get rid of these mountains here, but we'll work on that later. So let's grab a boat dock here and see how far we can get. Zoom out here. It's going to be down to here. All the way over to here. That's a long boat journey. So we can't get up to here, but we can get into here. So I think we'll do it right to there. A couple of depots here, and then a train track. Okay, just out of curiosity, let's see if it lets us put another one in there for the harvest that we're eventually going to need. That would be from up here. We can probably just grab another boat line. Put it like right here, I think. We'll see if they can cross. It looks like they can. So that's a good sign. We could probably just drag it down to here. Yeah, nice. So we can bring it into here, I think. That'll be for harvest down here. And that's going to be for future use. We won't need it right away, but... Right, here comes our boat. It's got the seeds on it. They're going to unload it onto the trains. Nice, and that'll get our food going. Taking it over to the city here, and it's going to go through the city into the production area here, which is going to drop it off down here. We should probably put a second one of these in to unload it faster. Well, that was pretty quick though. And we need to go up to the city and put in a supply center for the food. We could just probably put that in over here. I think it's good right here on the main line. Five of those in. A whole bunch of depots having food. Nice. And then I just got to grab a line from the food. Really short line. Over to here. And that is transport 134, so we need, what we got going on here, 115 right now, so we'll just up it to like 500, I think. 535 should be good. That should get our city growing again. There it is, green. We're good to go. Okay, next up we're going to have to get some nanotubes down here for when it starts requesting nano composite that is produced in city number 1. up here. So we have a line coming down this way. I think we'll just put another dock in up here and transport it by boat as far as we can. So let's come over here, let's grab a line. We have to get rid of all these trains, so these are coming down to the old food area. Just come down to here, come out to there. Nice, and now we can just grab a whole bunch of docks in here. How deep is the water here? 37, we should be good. That is going to be nanotubes. It says nanotubes, we'll grab a boat, put it right here. And we'll bring it down to the city over here. I think we'll come down into this river. Oh, we can come pretty far down. I think we'll just come into here. That is going to be nanotubes. And then we will just grab some depots here. Kind of a weird turn, but we'll go with it. And this is going to shoot right up to the line up there. That's good there. I can just grab a train stop while we're over here. And take those over to the nano composite area, which is over here. Nice. Just getting stuff set up while we're going, while we're waiting for the city to grow. Okay, so we've hit 10,000 and now it needs the nano composite instead of the reinforced concrete, which we've already prepared, so we can just switch our steel around. I've also put these buffers here trying to encourage the city to grow the other direction. I mean, it doesn't matter if it comes this way, but it's going to envelop my production area, and it gets hard to tell what's going on. So hopefully this prevents it. I don't know. We'll have to see. But in the meantime, we just got to switch our steel over to move it up to the tempered steel area. So that is right here. We'll just grab a train stop. Move our steel up to here. We'll increase it a little bit up to 428. Sounds good. And that'll get tempered steel going. And then we can just grab this and we'll have to get another supply center somewhere down here. Let's just grab a supply center here. I think we'll just stick it right. I guess we'll do right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll delete this guy here. Put that in there. Put in some depots. Should be good there. And then we just got to deliver a train over here. Pick up here. Deliver down here. Why is that not coming there? What are we missing? We don't have a turnaround? Oh yeah, we gotta delete this. So let's delete this real quick. Grab this. Put a track in there. Nice. That should fix that problem. Nice. Set this up to 500. We'll go up to 600 actually. We should be good to go for a while. Okay, so this city has everything it needs to get up to 100,000 now. We have the organic waste. I added it real quick up here. It's not required yet, but it's ready to go once it's established. We have enough manufacturing going to get up to 600 of each part supplied. So we should be good to go. So I'm just going to let this run in between episodes, get up to 100,000, and I'll meet you at the next episode where we can see what is next. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.